Tonight on RGB, we find out who got in the news. Then we learn why some famous faces are famous. And we go hunting for the truth with Buffalo Souljah. Biggie Buff. Like my voice just told you, this is RGB and I'm still Fat Joe.
Is the best place to get all the gossip.
Now today's the first day of Child Protection Week, and with the climate of consent or constant fear our nation is in, it feels like everybody needs protection. And Thursday, the 25th of May was Africa Day, and I know some of you are still celebrating Africa Day festivities tonight, because I am too.
One thing you could never have complete protection from is having your scandals appear in our news headlines. So, relax because it's a vakala.
All right, here it comes. This week's news headlines. AKA got blasted for calling Beyonce's Africa-themed baby shower cultural appropriation. Folks, relax and look at the pics of that baby shower. Was Black Coffee DJing? No. Was Kim Kardashian there? Never. That baby shower was as African as Santa.
Briggs won't be free anytime soon after the judge declined his motion to have his charges dropped. Wavula umlomo wasuza uBriggs because yena uthakayidlongolanga la ntombazana ngoba ngudade wabo. Comrade, are you now trying for the insanity plea okanye?
Wow. Babes Wotuma has said that if she doesn't win tonight's Sama, she'll never attend another awards show. Damn. Some say she's earned the win. She softened the too raw image of and if you've ever seen her dance, you'll know there's nothing soft about it.
Mrs. Florence Maseba has looked back on the accidental drowning of her son 2 years ago. She claimed that one reporter even fabricated a story saying that she had a party at her house. Fake news isn't just for presidents, I guess.
Shame, man. Speaking of which, Zahara is fuming at the press and has asked why she is financing good causes with her Zahara army. Well, if the press keeps writing stories about how broke she is, maybe they think that since you're giving money away, you don't get none no more.
And she has the pictures to show her path to the new body shape. So okay?
And then Celeste Ntuli put men on blast in a viral Facebook video where she says that, among other things, black men suffer from mental slavery. And if the country were invaded, men would be too busy chilling at the Chisanyama and being blessers. I'm offended. Sometimes we play golf too. Actor Mutori Msheshe may or may not be having an affair with two young ladies after his wife Leslie allegedly found sexy messages on his phone. Two of her friends allegedly decided to break the story because they were worried about how vulnerable she is. So you thought airing her dirty laundry would protect her how? Tell me.
Does not compute. Billionaire Bill Gates has given Trevor Noah's autobiography a glowing review. But Bill Uti, his comedy is so universal that it has the power to transcend borders. Conveniently, ne passport yake yenza exactly the same thing.
Now, knowledge is power. And now you've got the knowledge of this week's news headlines. There's nobody better at explaining to you than yourself.
Explain why they are famous. Who better than the celebrities concerned to tell us?
This week we have Melanie Bala answering the RGB riddle of why am I famous?
If you don't know why I'm famous, then you're definitely young. Well, okay, I think I'm famous. I hate the term famous. I think I'm well known because I was on television for a long time and I've been on Metro FM for a good decade or so. First on The Breakfast Show and now I'm in a new slot between 11 and 2. So that's why I'm famous.
Ms. Velegenani, what put Melanie Bala on the spotlight? RGB will also air the scandals that take you out of it.
All right, guys, it's time for us to take what we call a commercial break. RGB will be back with more blazing celebrity news shortly. Coming up, we strut with some glamorous winners. Then we find some fun with and without a drink. And we meet some musical excellence. Guys, the only show that makes you want to forget your safe word and let everything happen is back.
Sisathetha ngento ezenzakalayo ke, we were at Glamour magazine's Most Glamorous Women of the Year Awards to see who was living up to the title and who was just there efuna ukutya and some freebies and fun.
What makes you, or what lets you know when you're winning?
I think that comes with a deep sense of self-fulfillment.
When I feel spiritually intact.
I just look to her. If she's smiling, I'm good.
Is it going to be one of the, am I going to puke by the end of this thing? What has losing taught you?
Losing has taught me humility.
Losing has taught me, obviously, gratitude.
How can you tell when someone is a bad winner?
Oh my gosh, when they don't even give everyone else recognition.
There is nothing worse than someone blowing their own horn.
A bad winner. I'm the bomb, I'm the ish, you know, there.
Is it possible to be glamorous and ratchet at the same time?
No, I don't think those two words exist in the same sentence. Hell yes!
Look, man, I think we all have a little bit of ratchet inside of us. I'm from the hood, I'm just saying. Kind of.
The Supermom of the Year award goes to
Mine. Hubby Malloy, absolutely. Mome, oh my goodness.
Me?
Ladies and gentlemen, the least likely to be here next year award goes to
I don't care, as long as I'm here again.
Babe Sumgata. And the I just came here for the free food and booze award goes to
I don't care, just don't spill on my dress.
Well, not the booze part, but the free food and also just like amazing lighting and standing next to gorgeous people.
I'm trying to maintain the people in my circle. Wow. Most of these people here, actually, who the hell are these people?
You, friend.
Hi, Bo. Hi. It's not my place to say.
Now, if you're too scared to name and shame, then you shouldn't let the RGB camera shine its light on you.
Abanye osaziwayo who learned that the very hard way, Joe, are the ones who let their lips flow as freely as the booze during the Hennessy XO Gentleman's Lunch.
Why is cognac considered a gentleman's drink and not a lady's drink? First and foremost, baba, it's got an acquired taste.
Cognac can also be a woman's drink. I myself personally enjoy cognac.
I think maybe because it's a bit strong.
If I had to pair cognac with food, I would do it with anything.
Hey, I don't know. I just had iguinya in there. So now I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to say have this and that because I just had cognac with iguinya. Like, who would have thought?
Didn't you say it was like iguinya that went to a private school? Because it was so delicious.
If it's a very good cognac, I'd have it on my own and not pair it with anyone or have it anywhere.
The most fun I've had with alcohol, probably my birthday party a couple of years ago.
Like this past December as well, actually, when I was just like, I don't even have a weave to flick.
Yeah, oh yes, I've been in the cage in one of the clubs.
My drunk courage, my girlfriend will tell you, I speak a lot when I'm drunk.
I need my boyfriend here for this one. When I'm drunk, I say all this stuff.
But I have this thing, like, let's say I have an issue with you, I will approach you, my sister, and we shall sort it out.
What do you mean, my sister? Who's stealing your man?
Girl, I drunk a dial.
When you don't drink cognac, guys, ratchet things happen.
Girl, I can't be talking about that type of thing. Like, my mama could be watching.
One story, I was with the guys from Durban, Abotira, and them. We had too much fun. Came back at the hotel and I went into the wrong room. Nothing happened. It's just one of those.
Falling asleep at the gate is a damn shame. I bet you only got famous so that his good stories about you are as epic as his bad ones.
Epic stories is what these next bunch of guys do so well. So iReokapoza izobuya emva kwalekhefu.
After the break, we celebrate Africa Month and bring Buffalo Souljah to the studio. The continent's best gossip spiller is back with more of the faces that make Africa shine.
Mzansi Africa has become home to all of Africa's biggest stars, and our next guest is proof of just that. Now, here to share how he's crossed borders and crossed the boundary from average to become amazing since it's Africa Month, RGB is honored to welcome on the seat of superstars namhlanje, the king of raga and dancehall, none other than Buffalo Souljah.
Biggie Buff. Yeah, welcome, man. Welcome. Yeah.
How you doing, my man? I see you on the gram. I see you.
Oh, you trolling?
I see you on the gram. I'll get to that in a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why do they call you Buff? Actually, my producer. What does our producer call him?
Big Buff is here.
No, yeah, he's Big Buff is here. I was like, it's Buffalo Soldier. Yeah. So the nickname comes from?
Just the height. I don't know.
Does your mother call you Buff?
My mom call me Buff. Oh, just. Sometimes when she just wants to joke, maybe when she's trying to get some money off me,
yeah,
she can call me Buff. She can be cool about it.
Yeah.
But she calls me Tabani.
Yeah, Tabani Ndlovu is actually your real name.
Yes.
All right, man, welcome to RGB, man, and congratulations on your numerous awards. How many awards have you received in your career so far?
It's actually 10 in my career.
10 awards? How many nominations?
More than 30. 30 or more than.
That's incredible,
yeah,
man.
Been nominated everywhere, man. I've received the Sound Cities from Nigeria. There's also Hip Hop Awards in Nigeria. There's also the Afrima Awards as well. I've had those nominees as well. And then recently, the last one I had was the one from Zim when they finally honored me.
Yeah.
For all this, so they gave me a lifetime achievement.
Ah, they gave you
like an achievement award, yeah.
Was it like a
international achievement award?
Was it like one of those presidential awards that the president gives to the sciences?
I'm still waiting for that one.
They haven't even acknowledged you for that.
Yeah, but the president acknowledges.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you know.
Shout out to Ukabs.
Yeah, man.
How many African countries would you say you've been to in your career? I mean, it is Africa Month.
I would say I've been to Angola. I've been to Nigeria. I've been to Tanzania, Kenya. I've been to Swaziland. I've been to Lesotho. I've been to.
Would you say it's at least half the countries you've been to?
Yeah,
or?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And what's your favorite African country to go to?
I'd say Malawi.
Malawi.
Gotcha. Malawi.
Yeah. And what's the difference there? Is it just they're more receptive to your music, or
besides the reception of the music, the vibe, man. Malawi is like chilled, man. It's like. They got their own vibe there with the lake. It's like a whole, Caribbean vibe, there, and I dig that vibe, So I'd say, because I'm a kind of safari guy sometimes,
Yeah, I hear it goes down on the lake as well.
It does.
It probably does. But let's take it back to the very beginning.
Yeah, man.
How did Tabani Ndlovu become Buffalo Soldiah?
Well, look, I come from, my dad was a musician as well.
He used to play the saxophone, didn't
he? I used to play the saxophone. Alto sax, baby.
For real?
Yeah.
A dance, man. Well, he shared stage with your Yuma Sekelas, Mile Makeba as well, because he's from that generation. I just grew up with the stick posters of Bob Marley in the house. For a minute, I thought Bob Marley was Zimbabwe, And then, there was a lot of Buffalo Soldiers in the house, Bob Marley, Buffalo Soldier. He always used to play that on a Sunday, on an easy Sunday, when he's blazing and whatever, he plays that. So.
Oh, he's a blaze.
So your dad was,
Well, he was a soldier, so.
Yeah. This was.
Right. Nice. Africa Day, it's about unity. Gotta ask you about your beef with Burna Boy, man. What's going on? Like, this started at LES's all-white party, correct?
Yeah,
what happened there? Because you guys were caught in a bit of a tussle, screaming match.
Well, look, I think most of the upcoming will always have a problem with the president, whoever is.
Oh, so are you saying Burna Boy is a puppy?
He still is a puppy. He's a puppy. It's not a thing
a
that
diss.
or whatever. It's not a diss. He's a puppy. He knows that. When I was in the game, he was still sending around demos,
Yeah.
In 2010, I was in Nigeria with Waxy. Then there was a DJ called DJ Humility.
Yeah.
He gave a demo of one of his songs called "I Beg back then."
Yeah.
So and then he gave it to Waxy and me and play. And I was the one who was even telling Waxy like, "Yo, man, I dig this kid's style," because that time it was a time when Nigerian beat was up tempo. Everything was like,
right.
And then he came in, he's like, "Yo," and he's singing some slow, "I beg," whatever vibe he was. And I was like, "Yo, man, let's push him because it's different."
Yeah.
And then to find out that when you meet someone in person, because when we met 2013 at the Channel Awards, he was just like, I don't know, there was just the energy was just not vibing.
It's not right,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Because I'm always like, I'm chilled, man. I'm always open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have a problem, you know? So he had a problem from the get-go.
Is it, do you think it's because you guys occupy the same sort of competitive space and
it could have been that, but I never considered the youth as a dancehall artist though. He's a Afro pop Nigerian sound artist, you know what I mean? That's not dancehall music.
Booyaka!
So for me, that was never an issue. It was never a comparison. When you want to consider yourself a certain genre that you're not, you know what I mean? I'm a dancehall artist that crosses over to Afro pop and hip hop.
Will you guys ever work together, you and Burna?
Look, for me, I'm that guy. You know what I mean? If you could swear at me now, and then tomorrow you're like, let's do business. We shake hands and we do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't hold no grudges, man. It's business.
So we hear Burna Boy went and dissed you when he was on Tim Westwood's show.
Yeah.
He had a line, let me see what that line said. Big up to my friends that come from Angola, almost had to shoot up Buffalo Soldier.
Yeah.
So that was him freestyling. Was he freestyling?
Nah,
Did he sing this or he just said this?
That was written. There's no
Oh, it was written. No, what I mean is he was performing on the show, right?
It was like whatever, you know what I mean? But it was like written.
Why are you getting death threats?
Well, look, I mean, you know, because when he was here, he almost got, you know, clapped, you know what I mean? Like,
damn.
Because you must understand that we here also some African
Clapped
goons.
is shot.
I know, just clap, you know what I mean? Like, you know, any form of violence can turn into something. You know, if people start fighting,
so you're saying something almost happened to him while he was here?
From your side.
At that time, you know what I mean? There were goons that were willing to take, you know, to take that into their own hands, you know? Because remember, I'm from the streets. When I came here, I was in Hillbrow and I was in Uville. So the whole African movement of your Congolese ex-rebels,
Liberians,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, your Cote d'Ivoirans.
So when he says,
and it's crazy, I know,
Angolan boys, I almost got shoot up with Angola. The same Angolan boys he's talking about with my homies. Those are my boys that we're probably gonna set the homie up, you know what I mean? So I did a reply where I talk about, look, man, the same Angolan boys that you claim to be your homies, or the same Angolan boys that gave me your location. You understand?
Your location?
Yeah, man, I didn't give me the same GPS.
Yep.
Jeez, dude.
But it's cool. It's easy, man. I mean, it's not. Look, I'm not. For me, everybody that knows me in the game, I've never had beef with nobody. I've been in SA for more than 10 years now. I've never had no beef with no artist until this local white, this local, and then disrespect.
Actually.
You don't want to know.
No, I actually do. Give it.
We can't tell you on TV. Okay, during the ad break.
During the ad break.
Okay, I'll wait for an ad break.
Break it down.
It's an organ.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Man.
Speaking of those, you've been on Instagram. Thirst trapping, if I may call it that. What are you doing? What do you do? This man, I'll tell you.
When you say thirst trapping, what you are saying is he's been posting images that have trapped you during a moment of thirst. So it's like, let's be clear. So what pictures are you referring to?
Kind sir, I've asked you a question, please.
Well, look,
has she been trolling you? Like, did she DM you? Like, what's going on?
It's been on it.
Oh, all right, okay. It sounds like it.
I've been privileged.
It sounds like she's been scrolling up and down your wall.
You know, to find out she was. But look, I mean, for me,
I've been lurking rather than trolling. That's me. I lurk. I don't go down in the DMs. No.
Well, look, I mean, what I did was, what I do is like, I don't know, man. I think I'm just trying to, like, you know, scream out there for Calvin Klein to notice the kid, you know.
Like, gotcha.
So you and your undies.
I can fit in the boxes properly. You know,
do you work out?
I work out.
He does.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, we've seen it in the photos.
Oh, it's on cardio. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on cardio. I'm not trying to be bounced. I'm just like straight cardio.
But my guy, you're showing almost everything. It's literally just this bit.
The blessing is just from above.
Okay.
Got you.
Yeah, does that have anything to do with the nickname Big Buff?
Well, I mean, it could, you know, buff. I don't know. It could be on the low, maybe. I don't know.
What is it? Mark Wahlberg and Justin Bieber now, right?
I'm trying to, like, you know what I mean, like an African guy that can really pack it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like, you know, pack the boxes. It should be.
You got one, according
to
her. You got
have
one.
A new guy now.
I don't know. I don't know what he's packing. I don't know. I haven't seen him.
I'll show you during the ad break.
Testified.
No, Big Buff.
Yeah, man.
You did Coke Studio with Nasty C.
Yeah.
And there were some people who were worried at some point that your egos were going to clash at some point. Did we have a clash of the egos there?
Yeah, not really, you know, because you see, for me, this is the thing. Like I don't work. When I'm working with anybody who's new, just because you're young does not mean that, you know what I mean, you're not, or, you know, my experience should talk, or I should take in charge or whatever. And I give anybody a chance. And with Nasty, I'd listened to his music before, so I knew you could deliver. You know, if you can deliver before, you can always deliver. So I gave Nasty, and there was also Gemini also in production. So I gave them. We were sharing ideas. It was never like, you know what I mean, take my ideas on it. And I'm not that type of vibe. Because it's music, it's vibe. It's just vibe, play the beat, and whatever we vibe in. I come up with that, you come up with this, I come up with that, we come up with this. That's how it's, because at the end of the day, it's about the product. It's not about, you know, who shined the best on the track, you know what I mean? It's about production. It's about,
so what are people referring to? Why are they saying there was, it seemed like there was a bit of tension, or there was going to be tension?
Well, I think in the shoot, you know what I mean, it might have looked like it was, you know what I mean? You know.
Or is this just PR spin to get eyeballs watching the episode? Because sometimes they do that as well. Oh, there was drama on set. Oh, will they make the song? And then it works out.
Yeah, but I was vibe. I mean, I was cool.
How talented is Nasty C? I was talking to him yesterday.
Way talented.
I mean, that dude, that song he did with Davido.
Yeah.
He did his verse once. He says he doesn't listen to other.
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't listen to Davido's part. He just heard the beat, did his verse, and he writes about his experiences, sent it back. He said Davido had to re-record his verse 4 times before the final because he killed him.
Yeah. Obviously.
Davido had to record.
Obviously. But you see, with me, what I do is I just feed off your energy and whatever. I'll never go back and want to re-record.
But that's why I'm bringing it up. So did you feel like the pressure and the intensity of his ability?
Because you see, at first,
even as an OG.
I won't lie to you. Yes, I did. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Nasty C.
I did. But then with me is I know that nobody can do my style. Nobody can do what I can do. You know?
No, all right.
Let's talk about this music video of yours that also drummed up a little bit of controversy.
Okay, the new one.
Yes.
Yes.
What is the track called?
It's called My Lady.
Your Lady.
It's called My Lady. Basically, you know, My Lady is just like, I've always been, you know, with dancehall and whatever, I've always been hard, you know, always been doing it for the G's. So I wanted to do a track that we could dedicate to a woman, and any man can dedicate to a honey. You know what I mean? And it's like a reggae, it's like a dancehall and Afro pop. It's like soca, actually, you know what I mean? So basically, I think also in that video, I'm in my boxers as well. So I was
That's the only reason why she brought it up. It had nothing to do with the music, nothing to do with anything else.
Yeah, it's like that.
And I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. So I think we need to wrap this up right now. My guy, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. Really appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Buffalo Soldier. I wanted to talk to the man. You're just being jealous too.
Time. You can talk to him during the ad break.
You're just hating.
You can troll him as well. You know.
And on that terrible but true note, if you've still got a few feelings you want to share with us during the week, Sikona online on Facebook and Twitter.
Or if you feel you prefer to speak to us one-on-one, then please check our personal pages, which should be showing right now on your screen. We are actually, if you are out at all of the Africa Month festivities happening all throughout the country, guys, celebrate responsibly. Until next week, good night.
Activism